complete with half the face. And this one is just an example. Yours may have many more layers than what you see here on my screen. But we still have the setup being the same. You have a white background, you have the original that's here, but you can't see it. You have this, which is another original copy. Everything's locked on the bottom. And this one we kind of dimmed out. Then you started making your letters, right, on all of these different layers. Now you might have 50, 60, 70 layers in total, but when you are done, I just have 4 here just to condense it, make it a little quicker. But what you're going to do when you feel like you're done and it looks good is you're going to hide this one. You're going to check half the face, make sure it looks good. I didn't do an exact half, right? I didn't cut it down the middle. I kind of cut it sideways, so I'm only doing half, but it's the same concept. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click the top one, hold Shift on your keyboard, and click the bottom one so they all get selected. At that point, you're going to right-click, and you are going to merge those layers by clicking Merge. So they all become one. Before you merge them, please be sure that everything looks the way you want, or else you'll have to add stuff later and it'll be slightly more annoying. Once they are connected like this and they're all one, you could even call it, all my type or something like that, just so you know. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this one, or this one, really, doesn't matter. But we're going to take this one first. We're going to unlock it. We're going to turn it on. We're going to bump it up to 100. And then we're going to take that layer and bring it above the All My Type layer. Once we do that, you'll notice that it's covering everything. And you can't see your text anymore. With that layer on top, we're going to make these colors fit inside the All My Type layer. So to do that, you're going to go up to the top here, right-click, and select Create Clipping Mask, or Option Command G. When you do that, you'll notice that everything else is hidden, except the colors from this top layer are now showing through the letters. And you'll see a little arrow here on the left-hand side telling you that everything from here is now inside the pixels that are underneath it. So from far away, you're looking at something like this. All right, now what we want to try to do is have the face, the other half of the face, show up over here. So what we're going to do is we are going to turn on the original that's at the bottom, turn it on, right, just like that, and unlock it. And then we want to begin erasing from this layer. So to do that, our best bet is to go to the bottom here where it says Layer Mask and click this little box. It has a circle in it. You'll see a link that comes up on your layer with a little white page. What you want to do is take your brush tool, choose black as your color, so make sure you can see black as your color here at the bottom. And then you're going to start with a pretty large size, regular size brush. So go to general brushes, go to hard brush, make it a little bigger. So I'm on my brush tool. I have black as my color. I have a general brush from the general folder called the hard round brush. I made it 100% hard and the size 67. And so I'm not on the picture here. I'm actually on this box, which is considered the mask. And if I use a black brush on that mask, it will start to erase, or what looks like erasing, but actually it's just hiding the pixels that are on that layer. So the larger I make that brush, the more area I'll cover. Okay, so I can continue to erase. And you'll notice that once I hit the face, I start to see my letters. The beauty of this is that you're not actually erasing, so you're not destroying anything. If you wanted to bring anything back, you just have to switch your color to white, and it would come back. But I'm going to stay on black and kind of get rid of this stuff. So I'm going to kind of cut through as best I can here. And I'm going to get more than I need at first because I'm not exactly sure what I want to show and what it's going to look like. So I'm kind of testing out the way it's going to look here. Okay, so this all looks real good. Now this empty space that's here that looks weird now, right here, I'm gonna bring it back with white. So I switch to white, I stay on that mask, and now I'm just gonna like get right on the line. And so now you'll see that it goes from photograph right into the words without really missing much. The last and final step to this project, so this looks about right. You can make your brush 0% hardness, so you get a more like fuzzy edged kind of brush going on. Like this, where sort of the colors fade into your letters, which I'm sure most of you will kind of like a little better. It depends on your picture. And so you get that. You get kind of like an in-between. All right, so you can switch back and forth between black and white. There we go. Okay, that looks good. So now I can add that little piece there. So this is the project, and then once you've gotten rid of some of that picture, you might decide to put a background in there, and that's really up to you. That's down here, just like we did for the last project. You can go down to the color, solid color, gradient, pattern, any of that stuff, and you can create something that you think is going to go well. Back there, you can create your own. You can make it whatever colors you want. We had practiced this in the last project. And then you can, change it and make it the way that you want. And you have a million options. This is kind of a bad one here. Yeah, it's kind of ugly. This is kind of ugly. But anyway, and if you see any remnants of like the picture around here, like all this white that's showing up, you just have to go back to the picture here, right on the mask. Use your brush, use black, and just start to get rid of that extra stuff that you might have left over because you didn't see it before. That's it. Okay. I got too much now. Showing a little bit too. Can go back and forth. Anyway, that is the project. We can fine tune it in class. We can make the face bigger. We can change colors of the background, of course, add your label to it, and that is done.